Ah, hi, my name is Mika from Fingo, and in this video we'll be talking about innovation and what it means in international development. So, innovation in short is a solution that works better than before. That's simple. And let's now go to tackle that sentence and that definition word by word. So, by the way, can you give me the laptop? I'll show you something here. And you can also watch the word cloud here. So, let's start with solution. Solution is, for example, a product, a system, approach, a space, service, device, or process that then works before what was used. What means that it works better than before? From the end user point of view, the solution can be, for example, more affordable, easier to use, or more efficient. So it actually brings added value to the user. And from the producer point of view, or the owner, or whoever is selling it, it can be that the new solution is more affordable to produce, maybe it's more scalable or easier to maintain, etc. So what means better than before? So it's something that is new in the given context. So it doesn't mean that it needs to be completely new on the planet for the first time ever. It is something that for example, the organization or in that particular country. So let's go back to the solution. Where do we find those solutions? So of course, we should first look at the current markets and the current practices in the field of international development or any other field. Where can we adopt new or existing practices and maybe reuse them so that we don't reinvent the wheel without knowing it. And for that, Fingo is going to produce a technology solution portfolio. And there could be also other solution portfolios. But for example, for technology, there are lots of devices, a lot of solutions, software available that not all NGOs might be aware of. And having these kind of solutions, technology solutions already created, put into an easily accessible form so that any NGO can go through them and see what is already available, whether I could take something already existing and without needing to develop something. So that can save a lot of time from any organization. But then there might be also new ideas that there is no solution provided yet. And that should preferably come from the field, from the communities, from those people that are actually going to benefit or going to use it eventually. So coming up with an idea far away from the intended use area can lead into trouble. So please keep that in mind. And so to make that happen, understanding the problem, understanding the context, colliding different actors that have different perspectives to that area when providing new solutions. So the whole process should be end-user centered, human-centered, and using participatory research and participatory methods. Okay, but how do you know if the solution works better than before? So you probably need to try out it in practice. I mean, there's a certain amount of planning and designing you can do, but eventually you need to go and see how it works in practice, whether it works or fails or something in between. And for that, hopefully, you'll do it quickly and without large investments up front. And so that you are able to learn from the successes and failures, and then redesign and develop that solution, and then test again and see how it works, and then test again. And so that kind of iterative loop is a better way to to come up with very usable solution than spending a lot of time upfront planning and then eventually with large investments come up with a solution that might then in the end not work as expected. And so for that to happen in any organization, there should be a culture of experimentation so that there's organizational support to try out new ideas, to experiment with them, maybe fail, but learn from them. And so that kind of a freedom of experimentation, not necessarily with big budgets or resources, but at least to have that space is very useful when coming up with innovations. And just making any solution to work, there are also guidelines. For example, in the field of digital development, there are principles for digital development that is kind of a summary of good practices, kind of taking a stock of all those experiences that NGOs and other development actors have gained throughout the past decade or two. And for that, Fingo would like to provide guidelines, sparring, consulting, and trainings for the civil society organizations. So, after going through this very short definition more in depth, I hope that this is kind of opening and making the word innovation more tangible, more practical, and more approachable to you to use in your organization. Okay, thanks very much for watching. I hope this was useful for you, and please follow Fingo on its social media channels if you want to see more. Also, please leave a comment whether you'd like to hear more, what's something to improve, what you liked, what you disliked, whatever. We'll definitely read them and take them into consideration when producing more this kind of videos. So thanks and have a nice day. Bye.